but we wouldn't want to nitpick.
Why must you nitpick?
Anyone can nitpick.
Welcome to Talk Word, where we explore the meaning, origin, and real-world usage of English words. Let's jump right in, shall we? Okay, so picture this. You've just wrapped up a massive project at work. You hand it over, and a colleague reads it through. They look up, smile, and tell you it is clear, thoughtful, and absolutely ready to send out. You breathe this huge sigh of relief, right? But then, out of nowhere, they mentally pull out this giant imaginary magnifying glass.
Suddenly, they look at you and say, actually, let's debate this one tiny comma for the next 20 minutes. And boom, just like that, you are trapped. You're in this lightly humorous, but let's be real, deeply frustrating conversation, just agonizing over a single harmless punctuation mark. Meanwhile, the rest of your beautiful, completed project is just sitting there, sparkling perfectly in the background.
That is why today's word is nitpick. To nitpick simply means to criticize or focus way too much on tiny faults that really aren't very important. It's just a fantastic, practical word for English learners to know, mostly because it so perfectly captures that exact, mildly annoying situation we have literally all experienced.
Now, we do need to make a really useful distinction here. You see, nitpick is not just some neutral synonym for checking things carefully. Careful reviewing? That's great. It actually fixes important problems. But nitpicking? Well, that suggests someone is concentrating excessively on minor details. So the absolute key takeaway here is that when you use the word nitpick, it almost always carries a tone of annoyance or disapproval.
And honestly, this brilliantly illustrates our opening story. Checking over that report was genuinely a good thing, but praising the whole document and then choosing to spend 20 minutes arguing over one harmless little comma, yeah, that totally crosses the line. It turns a helpful, constructive review into straight-up nitpicking.
So how do we actually use this in everyday conversation? Well, here are a few short, natural examples that you can confidently start using right away. In your personal life, you might playfully tell a friend, "Hey, stop nitpicking over details." At school, you could be venting to a classmate, saying, they constantly nitpick my essays. Or maybe at work, you're talking about the stress of dealing with a nitpicking manager. You know, these are extremely common patterns you are going to hear native speakers use all the time.
So, just to give you a quick recap, whenever someone is hyper-focused on unimportant faults and they're bringing this critical, slightly annoying tone to it, they are nitpicking. Which brings us to a rather fun question for you to think about. Who is the biggest nitpicker in your life? If you want to explore more English words like this, check out the companion app Talk Word, where you can listen to podcast-style explanations of any English word.